Hey guys,
Welcome back to Sip, Savor, and Celebrate. I'm Chris.
and I'm Devin, and for our 2024 Whiskey Wednesday, we are talking about our top 5
That's right.
whiskeys and bourbons.
Here it is. It's going to be, when I post this video, it's going to be on New Year's Eve. We appreciate you guys tuning into us week by week and supporting us. All of your comments are so appreciated. Help us out if you wouldn't mind. We love you being in the family, and we ask you to help us grow the channel. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. If you'd like to help donate to the channel, there is a donate button. There's a membership
get
button.
over that 1,000 subscriber
Oh man, we just need to get over that 1,000.
And just real quickly, because they have been wonderful to us all year, we're talking about the Neat Glass Company. You see we're using our elegant glasses today. You can head over to theneatglass.com and use our promo code SSCNEAT, all capital letters.
That'll get you 15% off of all of your glassware. It just doesn't work on the travel kit, but I'm telling you what, this travel kit, I can't tell you how many times we've gone to a restaurant, we've had an amazing time, and then they're just like, what are you drinking from? And then we just show them, smell from your glass, some smell from our glass. It's like a world of difference between the two.
And then you got some clout because now you know what you're talking about.
They actually do perk up. Folks there at the bar or the restaurant that we go to, they perk up and like, well, why do you bring your own glass? What's the difference? And then when they smell the difference, they just really believe you a lot more.
And these are seasoned bartenders that have been doing it for a while. I know my glass is smelling too good.
All right, here we go. Top 5. Since
Okay, you go first.
I was going to say, I'll go first since you went first last time.
But that's because I forgot to pour my drink. So go back and check out our tequila top 5 of 2024 because it's really good.
Right? And you know, my top 5 would not be complete unless I didn't put in Penelope, because I really love that architect, but when they came out with this Toasted, I'm really enjoying the Toasted. It just is wonderful. So this is the Penelope Toasted. It has some amazing barrel notes, some caramels, and butterscotches, and vanillas. This thing is actually at a, where's the proof on this?
100 proof.
100 proof? Oh, yep, sure is. It's 100 proof. Wonderful. That'll be my number 5. You've heard. You're next.
Do you want me to ring my number?
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but I'm
Well,
just...
okay. I can't
Because the
do
next
that.
ones that I'm coming up with are going to be better for me.
So I'm going to start out La Luna by Casey Jones, Total Eclipse. Sorry, Casey Jones, Total Eclipse, not La Luna.
You know, and you brought this one up because you were thinking about maybe buying into a barrel.
Correct.
And I bought them, I tracked them down, bought them, and I'm actually impressed with them. They are actually a great bourbon. Not going to lie.
Sure. That happens to be in my glass right now. Very sweet. The build is done right. It's got some great flavors, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of smoke. And they aged it during the eclipse. So
yeah, that was cool. The 2024 Eclipse. Yep. That was so good. That was so good. All right. My number 4 for me is going to be the Widow Jane 10. And I enjoyed this bottle. It is 91 proof. It just seemed so well balanced. It was smooth. It was not too sweet, but just sweet enough to make it pleasant. Had some great barrel notes, a little bit of the clove and all of the baking spices. I did enjoy this Widow Jane 10. That's where I'm going, number 4.
So the next one I'm going to go with is...
Yeah, I noticed he's not labeling them 5 through 1. The next one.
They are all fantastic, and they wouldn't make my top 5 if they didn't have characteristics that were different each one.
And that's true.
So to say that this is number 1, I just like I did with the tequila, wouldn't be fair to the brand because I couldn't choose a number 1 tequila. I can't
you're
choose
not wrong.
a number 1 in these whiskeys and bourbons. So the next one, It's not one that you love, but it is one that always does well in your best friend's blind. That is the Jack Daniels Rye.
That damn thing will just kick me on my ass every damn time.
And but what they do is they produce an amazing nose, and once you give it a minute to breathe, you have to let
this thing breathe because. Oh my god!
You have to let it breathe. But then for me, you guys know I'm not a rye fan, but this is one I do enjoy. The flavors are bold and socky in your mouth each time, and they kind of change each taste you take.
It's just
and
it takes a minute for you. Really have to let it sit out. Once you let it air out a little bit, get a lot of the ethanol off the top because this thing is powerful. This is what 130 something, isn't it? Yeah, 136.8 proof. This thing you can run a damn car on, okay?
And if you let that one, just chill, it becomes an amazing spirit. And it has come in second on several of your BFBs.
That's not the one I wanted. All right. The next one I am going to put up here is going to be the Weller 107.
Okay.
Great. I mean, honestly, it's a Weller. It just speaks for itself. Honestly, out of all the Wellers that we lined up, the only one I didn't care for was the one that was the most expensive for me, and that was the CYPD. I thought it was okay, but it just had some interesting flavors. I know you don't like maple, but that's why that one. This one, amazing. This one had a lot of barrel spices, sweet corn, a little bit of pepper. The 107 proof just kind of made it just a little more vibrant and robust in the flavors. That's kind of why I went with number 3 on this.
Okay. Well, George Dickel's signature recipe was my next one. But you know what this label doesn't say? Straight.
It doesn't? No?
It's the signature recipe. So...
yeah, this one says straight.
So, is it on my list because they added some stuff to it? I don't know, but it was a great spirit. It was sweet.
So far,
beautiful
all of mine
mint, kind of corn forward. But it is one that we talked about several times because they did do a decent job.
And the reason why we bring up straight bourbon is that when it says straight bourbon, that just means that it's additive free.
Because do you remember how much of the percentage in America you can add? 2.5% of the overall volume can be additives.
Right, and that's more than Mexico. Mexico, like when it comes to a tequila being additive free or being with additives, you are allowed in Mexico to add 1%. So to say that America allows 2.5, it means a little bit of a difference. Okay. Where am I at? Okay. Oh, goodness. Here we go. The first time we had this one, as you can see, it's a Blanton's. But this is Blanton's full proof. I've really grown to love the higher proof. This is 64.1% alcohol by volume. So that gives us 128.2 proof. This is the Blanton's full proof. The first time we had this was actually over at in Flint. There's a restaurant called Churchill's.
Yep.
And the reason why we went to Churchill's, if you happen to be in Michigan and you want you don't want to pay $1,000 for a bottle of Pappy, you can get a neat pour of Pappy for only $35.
Correct.
And that's why we went there. But this happened to have, we wanted to try some other stuff while we were there because they have an amazing bourbon selection. So I went with this. Super smooth, so delicious. Oh, man, the nose on this is just wonderful. if you get a chance to have a little pour of the Blanton's Full Proof, the barrel strength they call it.
But the regular Blanton's wasn't bad either.
Oh, I love the Blanton's. That if I'm at a restaurant, a lot of restaurants will actually have the Blanton's. They'll never have this. It's hardly ever to see this one. But grab the Blanton's. It's a great, easy go-to. Super delicious. It's sweet. It's caramely. It's got everything that you want in a bourbon. When you think of a bourbon, and I mean when I think of a bourbon, I want it to be semi-sweet. I want it to have corn notes, like sweet corn. I want it to have a little bit of a barrel note. And I want it to be easy drinking. And Blanton's, they just do it right every time for me. But, again, this one, I got to check the label now. This one does say straight bourbon. So far, I'm 4 out of 4 straight bourbons on mine.
That's all right, because that's why I asked the question. Is this one on the list because it was delicious? Because it doesn't say straight. Which, if you wonder really what we're talking about, go check out a couple of Whiskey Wednesdays ago where we really dig into it.
That one surprised the shit out of me.
Old Tub Kentucky Straight Bourbon is my number 4. This one we put up against some of the best, and this one is the one that
it held
surprisingly held its own between you and I. So,
and this is only a $30 bottle.
Correct.
It's under $30, and it holds its own against ones that are $500 or more. You know what I mean?
Right. Beautiful nose, beautiful flavors, great blend of the corn to the barley to the malt. I mean, yeah, no complaints here. And what's the last one? Is it the one that we agree on?
All right. Oh, you know what? Oopsie. I messed up. Oh, well. My number 1, Weller 12. I know, and I wanted that one in my lineup, but I forgot to put it in my lineup. I actually chose 6. So I'll give him my other one. Weller 12, which is kind of funny because they say it's the poor man's Pappy. And trust me, my Pappy would be included in here. As a matter of fact, I'll put those in as a honorable mention after we're done with this. But yes, I bought mine for $159, and I really enjoy it. It is the closest to Pappy without buying a Pappy for several $100s.
Weller definitely does it right, but you chose the regular. I'm going to go with the Full Proof, which is straight out of the barrel. And the difference is just the additive of the Weller. So they dilute this one down to hit it at a better percentage.
Well, look here. You got 3 Wellers already in here. Says something, doesn't it? Says something.
I mean, this lineup is not anything to shake a tail feather at. We've got everything from Weller to Penelope to those that you can find quickly and easily at your local.
And give me, if you want to grab those Pappies there, these are my honorable mentions. And the reason why I can only say that is because, like, the 12 we did last year, the 10 we did do this year, but these are my honorable mentions because the reason why they're not in the lineup is because they're just unattainable price-wise to me. They're just ridiculous. They are overpriced for amazing juice, but they're overpriced.
If I have to give an honorable mention, it is honestly your Christmas present. That Haven Hell Straight. The nose was absolutely beautiful, and I think if you poured this one into like our fishbowl and just let it sit there while you're cooking,
oh god, yeah,
I think that would open up and be amazing. Yes, we love our neat glassware, but I think that one needed a little bit more time.
Smell that. That Blanton's straight from the barrel today is just...
It's wonderful.
I mean, you can't go wrong with any one of these. Y'all, if you are able to get any of these bottles up here, you're doing great.
And this is for 2024. What's 2025 going to bring?
It's going to break me. I know that's what it's going to do.
Whatever. So 2025, we really need to put Buffalo Trace, who is the maker of most of yours.
You know what? You got a point. So Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace,
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace.
Those are their own.
Yep, those ones are their own.
So we need to really put that on the travel list because we have
gotta
to get
go to
down
Buffalo
and
Trace.
see
We
these
gotta
guys.
go see. Yeah, what do we got here on the table? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 bottles up here, and out of 13 bottles, 6 of them are Buffalo Trace.
They must be doing something right because if you haven't watched us, go check us out.
And yet you don't like their regular Buffalo
I
Trace.
don't.
Buffalo Trace.
I can't say that I'm the most easy to impress, and I'm the first to admit that. Hi, I'm Devin. I'm the first to admit I'm not the easiest to impress. But
Our little joke is Devin hates everything.
But they are doing something right over there because they made our 2024 lineup.
Yeah,
So-
quite a bit of our 2024 lineup.
So we hope that you guys have a healthy and happy new year, and we wish you guys great health on 2025, and hopefully you've set some wonderful resolutions to
To
continue
break in 2 days, okay?
to continue to follow us,
Yes.
share us with your friends, and show them maybe a bourbon that they're missing in their life, or maybe a tequila. But
That's right.
until then, we can't do it without your help. And always sip, savor, and celebrate. Salute.